Okay, now let's stay with the story and get some reaction from the president of the South African Institute of Black Property Practitioners, Tholo Makhaola. Tholo, good morning. When you hear the news of this Mooikloof Megacity residential complex, 30 billion rand project, as property practitioners, as property people who are there to develop as well, what do you think? How was your reaction to it? Sorry, it's good news?
Thank you very much, Braden. Definitely, I think from SAIB, we definitely welcome and we'd like to congratulate government on this project, and we'd like to congratulate government on obviously they've just made the recent announcement on the infrastructure spend, and we're encouraged to see that they are following through on their commitment. I think from our side, we're very clear that South Africa faces many challenges post-COVID, and we acknowledge that this development is bringing on jobs. However, I think our concern comes around at the point where we're quite clear that the entities that are involved in this particular project don't have a track record in terms of BE and transformation, which is, as Black property practitioners, kind of our focus. And we just need to understand, and we just need to make sure that in the implementation of projects like these and in the spend, that the transformation imperatives that are mooted by government are being adhered to.
Are you disappointed, therefore, that in this new big, because this is a new big one that's being announced as we're dealing with COVID-19, despite the president's promises of an inclusive economy, that black property developers were not considered here?
But I think we also need to understand the context within which a lot of these projects are kind of developed. This is a private development, and government itself has also been has also come to the party in terms of the enabling works of the infrastructure to allow projects like this to happen. However, I think our disappointment is kind of more along the fact that we need to understand, and we need to be clear, and we need to be sure that government is in fact enforcing transformation imperatives, or the transformation imperatives that they have been mooting for quite a long time on private developers who are developing projects like these.
Now,
so yes, we'd really like.
Ndate Makhaola, how would you want to see that? If you could give an example, what would that look like?
I think, Braden, what we'd like to be sure of is we'd like to look at the entire value chain. So we're quite clear that in terms of the consumption of the beneficiaries of the project, they are black. However, what we're interested in is the production line of this project.
So who gets the economic benefit?
Absolutely. And what we're saying is that needs to happen along the entire property value chain. And that starts from your architects, to your engineers, to your leasing agents. All, our bias is always, and we need to make sure that the value chain, the supply chain in projects like these are biased towards black professionals. Are
you going to express those concerns to the president? Because I understand this project, this Mooikloof Megacity residential complex, as you said, it's a private-public partnership. We're involving Baldwin Properties and then the government, and it's being led by the presidency.
Yes, I think we do take various steps to engage at various levels, and we definitely are going to do that. The understanding that this is one of many projects, and I think what we need to do is to make sure that we are intervening at relevant times where we've kind of seen this first project taking off, and we need to make sure that as the rest of the projects are taking off, that these transformation imperatives are definitely adhered to.
So you welcome Mooikloof Megacity residential complex, of course. It's going to create the necessary jobs, and it's going to benefit low-income people, but you're disappointed about what seems to be a lack of consideration on transformation. Thank you very much, Ndate. Tholo Makhaola, the president of the South African Institute of Black Property Practitioners. While welcoming that big development, the Mooikloof Megacity, the association is a little bit disappointed about transformation.